Chicago Bears fans will never be happy. Never. It will never happen. Not in my lifetime. Not in your lifetime. It will never fucking happen. Ever. Justin Fields, thank you. Hello, guys, and welcome to the 50th episode of Burns and Berman. And here's the thing.
Didn't even let it play.
I was upset yesterday. I was angry, but you know what? I lied in that statement. That Chicago Bears fans can never be happy because I realized one thing. Okay. And this is my new favorite quote for the next couple of days.
Okay. That's a long
Everybody will forget about that game by next Monday after the Packers get fucking stomped by the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas. But the Chicago fucking Bears are the talk of the entire NFL from right now until September. The whole league is waiting to see what the Chicago Bears do with the number one. I
wouldn't say until September. I'd say till May.
Okay, shut up. That's still a long time, okay? Same thing, so shut up. But also, it's the biggest decision that I've seen an NFL team make in a long time. It's big.
It is.
It's really big. And it's weird.
You know what the decision's going to be.
I know exactly what it's going to be. Yes, it's going to be Caleb. It will. And people who are saying Drake May, I actually really like Drake May. But it's going to, if the Bears are getting anybody, it's going to be Caleb.
Correct.
It will be Caleb. And it's fine. It's just, I don't know. There's pros and cons to every situation. There's a lot. But the biggest thing that I want is the Bears, and I know that Ryan Poles knows this, is that there are bigger problems on this team than the quarterback position.
Correct.
And I don't care who our quarterback is next season, as long as those issues are addressed. As long as he adds the two biggest things I can point out right away, and especially from yesterday's game, is O-line depth and wide receiver depth. Those are the two biggest things. The two biggest.
Okay. But here's one thing that I know you are not going to talk about it. I want to talk about this. About halfway through the fourth quarter, I sent Michael a text. I said, Jordan Love's not losing this game.
Well, yeah, we knew that it was over the second they were losing. It was done.
He had a day against a good defense.
Yeah, with no jail.
We've seen enough from the Bears defense. I can consider that a good defensive unit.
Not anymore.
Jordan Love had a
everything went out the window yesterday. Everything that they have done good over
the last 2 months mean nothing. This is no longer a solid defense.
I don't know what happened. That everything that they have done good just completely went out the window yesterday.
I think there also is a very good chance you could just say they weren't ready. This team wasn't ready for it yet.
They looked like they didn't care. It's that simple. They looked like they didn't give a shit and they didn't want to be there. The only couple players that looked like they actually gave a shit were Justin Fields, DJ Moore, Jaquan Brisker, and Tyreek Stevenson. That's it. Those were the only players out there who looked like they cared. You don't win a football game. I kept saying it. If you were on my Twitter yesterday, I said it every single time it happened. You don't win a football game by letting up 7 yards of carry. You don't win. And that's what really killed the Chicago Bears. Was every time Aaron Jones touched the fucking ball, 7 yards, 10 yards, 12 yards.
Last month or so.
Every time he touched the fucking ball.
There's another. We got to revisit a conversation that we had also about Matt LaFleur. Because we said that this season will tell us if he's a good coach or not.
Yeah, and he's a dude.
I think he passed with flying colors. This guy's a great coach, and he did a phenomenal job this year.
Yeah, he's a fucking tool.
Maybe, but he's a good coach.
He's a fucking tool. I don't know. It's a weird situation. It's a really weird situation for this offseason. It is.
Yeah.
I mean, the loss yesterday obviously sucks, but at the same time, it is what it is. It's fine. Because I'm just focused on fucking April now. That's all I'm focused on. And I want to see The number one thing that has to happen this week for me to be happy with the Chicago Bears is Luke Getsy needs to be fucking fired immediately. Tony Romo was glazing the dog shit out of him, and I really don't understand why. If you go and watch a lick of film from that game, it is fucking atrocious. No quarterback will be able to succeed under that offense. None. Like it was that bad. It was that horrible.
That said, Fields was not great yesterday.
No, he wasn't. I mean, also only having 16 passing attempts doesn't really help.
It's true.
That doesn't help. And we just ran the ball. And when we did throw the ball, it was ridiculous. And I think this quote just capitalizes the Chicago Bears as a whole yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Well, more Luke Getsy. Luke Getsy's final offensive play call for the Chicago Bears is a screen pass on 3rd and 22. That is his final offensive play call as a Chicago Bear. Like, you had nothing. The Bears had nothing to lose going into that game. Nothing. And they just didn't let him sling the rock. They didn't let
I don't agree with that, actually. I think they had a ton to lose because
Justin had a lot to lose.
If they had nothing to lose, then no one would care about this.
Well, no, I mean, that was Green Bay's game. That was Green Bay's winning in game. The Bears themselves had nothing to lose.
Maybe not this season.
Yeah, this season, the Chicago Bears had nothing to lose. And that game and not letting Justin Fields do his thing, that justified now Ryan Poles being able to say, okay, we're moving on from Justin Fields. Yeah. That justified it.
All right. We have a lot to talk about, though, around the NFL.
We do. I mean,
it is Black Monday. It's been actually a much quieter Black Monday than I expected.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's still earlier. We can see, and we'll see what happens over the next couple of days. Also, the interview stuff is a little bit different. I know it's a little bit. The NFL is trying to make it a little bit harder for coaches to get hired while their team is still alive to avoid what happened last year with Jonathan Gannon.
Yeah. Which makes
sense. Maybe teams are going to take time even firing their coach. But obviously if you're a coordinator or whatever on a team, that season is over, different story. But
yeah,
Black Monday started and literally 1 minute in, side note, I don't feel good. I woke up today. I don't feel good. I don't know why. I don't like it. I need that to go away.
Were you at the game?
Yes, but that was 2 days ago.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
That is the most cold I've ever been in my life. I literally had frostbite in my hands. It's my fault for not bringing gloves. We had to move down.
Yeah, that's dumb. That's
a section. My dad gave me his gloves and we were good. It was terrible. It was a mess. But Arthur Smith, thank God, gone.
Crybaby too. After
yesterday. I am long in the boat of if you don't like it, stop it. I'm long in that group of people. If you don't like it, stop it.
Fucking blown out by the New Orleans Saints, man.
Exactly. Yes, especially with the amount of talent they have. I've heard both. Nothing's official yet. I've heard both though today. It sounds though right now it's leaning towards no. Anyway, I've been saying the last couple weeks that the Atlanta Falcons are a good coach and a good quarterback away from winning a playoff game. I really believe that. Give them Russell Wilson and give them a good coach. And I am going to be very high on this team next year. Yes.
Really, Russell
Wilson and a good coach, and this team is going to go far next year.
I mean, everybody's been saying Justin to Atlanta.
That also would work. I could see that too.
Yeah.
I just think Russ is more proven.
Well, yeah, Russ is a veteran in the league for
right. I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Yeah. I agree with you. I mean, it's just what's it called? It's just a weird situation in Atlanta. You need an offensive head coach to go there. You need an offensive head coach.
Not necessarily.
I really do think so because that offense has just been miserable. It has been miserable.
Arthur Smith is an offensive head coach.
Yeah, and he was fucking terrible at his job, and he didn't know what he was doing.
That's my point, though. It doesn't necessarily need to be an offensive guy.
No, it doesn't, but I feel like, let's say somehow they won the Ben Johnson sweepstakes. That offense would be fine.
I wouldn't say somehow. I'd say that's a very desirable place to go. I'd have that high on my list.
Well, yeah, I think that's very desirable.
They might be number one on my list.
But I don't know. I
Places
think
to
that he
go.
might take a place like LA over. I think they might take the Chargers over them.
Yeah, but the Chargers are in Cap Hell. That's the difference.
There's no way he goes to Washington. No shot in hell he goes to Washington.
Agreed.
Well, I mean, also he would have a rookie quarterback. I just don't think he wants to deal with all the struggles of that team. I don't know. It's just that's the oddest part so far. Is now we just have to sit here and watch it all happen.
Yeah. Ron Rivera getting fired. Writing was on the wall. That was
known.
We knew that was coming.
I like how respectful they were with that.
Hey, Washington. I know you like Mike McDonald, but he's terrible. All right, trust me. He's terrible. You don't want him. You want him to stay in Baltimore. All right. You do not want Mike McDonald. You don't want anyone on the Ravens coaching staff. You want them to stay here. They're terrible. Trust me. All right. That's just word of advice, Washington.
How do you feel to have a weekend of no stress football?
It's pretty cool. Especially
Well, I mean, a little bit of stress because you get to see who you're playing.
Yeah, we'll see who we play.
What if it's somehow Pittsburgh? What if they win and it's Pittsburgh?
I'll be part of me will be happy though because then we get to beat them next week.
Yeah. Then you could really shut them up. Because
there's no way that they would beat us.
But what if they did?
No chance.
But what if they did? What would you do?
I'll just ask you. What have you done?
Yeah, basically. Hey, you are so much better. You're 1-7 against them in your past 8. You are much better.
It's true.
So.
You got to figure this shit out against them. I don't like it at all.
We're in the same fucking boat. Around the league, Josh Allen was like a meme last night almost. He was great. He was great, and then he had like a couple interceptions at the beginning of the game, and then
you are a guy that produces at such a high level, at the level that Josh Allen produces, I can live with a turnover or two.
Yeah.
Right. I can live with that.
What's it called? What was I going to say? What were we talking about? Josh Allen. Oh, I just don't know how he hasn't gotten hurt yet. I'm being honest, dude. That guy throws his body around more than any other player that I've seen in a while. That guy is unbelievable, man. I love Josh Allen. I've always been a Josh Allen fan because he has just been unbelievable ever since day one.
Yeah.
And it's just fucking weird. I don't know. He's different. I think that's
he is. He's really, really good. And the comparison that Vic Fangio made last night, people want to shy away from because you're comparing him to a first ballot Hall of Famer. But he is like the John Elway comparisons make a lot of sense when you actually they showed a couple clips on Sunday Night Football. Actually, me being me. I went online last night after the game and watched some John Elway highlights. I was like, literally, it's Josh Allen.
Yeah.
I know people don't want to hear it because he's John Elway. People don't want to do that to a current quarterback this early in his career, but I mean, it makes sense and it's true. He's that good. It doesn't mean he'll have the same career. We have to wait and see. But in terms of talent, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
100%. I just think that that game was pretty good. I kind of wish it was like a win and in for Buffalo almost because that would have made it a lot more hype. These the Jaguars.
Yep.
Jaguars.
I've never been more shocked to be correct. I've never been more shocked to see something coming and then it happened and be as surprised as I was. This was my upset of the week. I predicted it. I got it right. I said this was going to happen and I was shocked. I couldn't believe it. Because you know what I said about this team. And I will remind you guys that Trevor Lawrence was playing pretty well this year when they were playing at 8-3. And then that Bengal game happened and he got hurt. He's been playing hurt all year.
It just sucks, man. It really sucks.
As a team, they completely fell off.
Yeah.
Completely.
They did.
Travis Etienne fell off. Calvin Ridley fell off. The defense fell off, except for Josh Allen. Josh Allen stays a monster.
Mm-hmm.
God,
But it's just like it's really
Josh Allen's gonna get a crazy contract this offseason.
Yeah, it's just it's so disappointing to what's it called? It's so disappointing because Jacksonville, we were both so high on them to begin the season, though.
I was all the way in on him. Had him in the Super Bowl, MVP.
All of us were basically, and it's just so weird, man. It's so weird. Just the collapse of them, and the collapse of the Philadelphia Eagles has to be studied right now. It truly does, because it is just piss poor. That's all it feels.
You remember what I said about a month ago? I said it a lot on the kickoff show. I'm not sure how. I know I brought it up a couple times on here, but I brought it up in the kickoff show a lot more than I brought it up on here. But something that I noticed early on about Philly was that they had 2 real wide receivers.
Yeah.
It was A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. Yes, Goddard got catches. Yes, Gainwell and Swift got catches. But really, in terms of the passing game, it was almost entirely A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. First of all, that got figured out. Second of all, Devontae Smith got hurt. And now yesterday, A.J. Brown got hurt.
Yeah.
And why don't you look at that? They're now throwing to Quez Watkins, 85,000-year-old Julio Jones. I mean, it's not working.
That's the only real way to put it, is that they're fucking screwed, Josh.
Yeah, they are completely.
If they somehow can turn it around this week and actually look good in the playoffs, I mean, you're playing against fucking
Tampa.
What's it called? Tampa.
I have no idea who I'm picking in that game.
Yeah, that's a weird game. I don't know.
I have no idea.
Tampa's been all right too. That's the thing. They've been pretty damn good.
Tampa's at home too.
I know. I'm gonna probably pick Philly just because I just have to. I can't go against my my preseason pick, and then
I feel like we could see a very chalk postseason as a whole.
Yeah, that's what I almost feel like.
Not like fully. I'm not saying that no lower seed will win any games, but I feel like you're going to see a very chalk playoff as a whole this year.
Yeah. The one game that I'm really excited for, like the one game where I could say, fuck yeah, I'm ready to roll, is the Lions game.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. Here we go. Wink Martindale and the Giants are parting ways from Ian Rappaport.
Wow.
Now,
that's another question I want to ask you, Josh.
That's weird,
Speaking of head coaches and everything going around the league, what happens to Sirianni? If Philly completely collapses, what happens? Which they already kind of are. They basically are completely collapsing.
I know what Philly fans want.
They want him gone. They don't like him anymore.
And I think that would be crazy.
I think it would be crazy too. Is it? But at the point where the Eagles are right now, is it really out of the picture?
No, but it should be.
I don't even. It's such a bad situation, dude.
Yeah.
It's such a bad situation because it's just very weird. It's very weird to be in. I've never seen a team like the Philadelphia Eagles right now. I haven't seen it.
Steelers in 2020.
Steelers in 2020. It's just like
the
Steelers. That's the thing. That's the thing, Josh. The Steelers, we knew that they were bad.
That's true.
We knew that they were bad. We didn't know.
There were whispers, but no one it wasn't like, yeah, you're right. It wasn't like Pittsburgh where we all kind of knew that,
yeah, but nobody at all saw this coming.
Yeah.
Nobody. And because that's the thing, is that they had good wins.
Yeah, they did.
The Eagles had a lot of good wins this season.
Hold on. Let's see if I can. I'm pretty sure I saw this. I'm double checking before I say it. But I'm pretty sure this is the case. Okay, not fully, but still, they were 6-2 this season against teams that are in the playoffs.
Yeah.
This season.
And now they just got smoked by the New York.
They were 5-3 against teams with a losing record compared to 6-3 with winning. But I thought it was worse than that.
Which for Philly and the expectation for them coming into this season, overall, if you are if this was any other team besides Philly, not bad. Not bad. You're doing your thing. You look pretty decent. That's better than probably what your expectation was going into this year. For Philly, that's fucking bad. That's really bad.
It's very tough when you lose both coordinators. They
It
were the
is.
first team in NFL history to have both coordinators get hired to be head coaches in the same year. Ever.
Yeah.
Shane Steichen and Jonathan Gannon both became head coaches. That's never happened for the same team in the history of the NFL. That's a tough thing to come back from.
Yeah. When it's just Sirianni leaving the ship and everybody else left to go and get a better job.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. And I mean, almost at the end of the day, that's just business. That's running a business, man.
Yeah.
You could still have the top dog there, but if the rest of the sidekicks leave, what are you going to do?
It's true.
By
the way, with Wink, I've seen this story before, man, with him. These reports about, like, there's respect, but, like, the philosophy of the head coach in the DC. Like, this is exactly what happened with him in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Him and Harbaugh got along great. And they still got along great when he left.
Mm-hmm.
But Wink refused to change anything.
Yeah.
And that's what happened here.
Don't you
sounds
think that
like
Wink is such a
similar is
funny
happening
name?
there with the Giants?
Isn't Wink just like a funny name? I don't know why.
His name's Don.
It's Don, but they just call him Wink.
Don Martindale.
Wink.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just where do you get a nickname like that from?
There was a famous game show host called Wink Martindale.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Apparently, my mom just told me that we're having a snowstorm tomorrow. So
it's going to be like -10 in Kansas City this week for the Dolphins coming into town.
No way.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It is going to, as of right now, we are expecting one of the coldest games in NFL history.
Yeah. Here's my question. If you are the Miami Dolphins, right? Miami, how do you prepare for that game?
Especially when you are a team that is from Miami.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. How do you prepare for that game, Josh? Like, what do you do?
To Antarctica? I don't know.
Do you turn on the AC all the way to max in the practice facility? Just get ready to go? Because trust me, from growing up in the cold, man, it's very hard to go from warm to the cold. It is extremely hard.
Oh, yeah.
And it's weird. It's really weird.
Now, they've, like, this. Now, yes, it's hard, but it's not like no one on that team has ever played a cold game before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still true.
Mm-hmm. It's weird. I don't know. I'm excited for this weekend, but at the same time, I'm just
2 hours. I don't know what's going on with me. I do not like this at all.
What, your sickness?
Yeah.
Maybe you got the vid.
Better not. I just had it.
Yeah, no, you did just have it. That is
well,
weird.
doesn't that mean I don't get it now because I already had it?
No.
Like it's a certain amount of time? Isn't it like 6 months or something?
I don't think so. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. But yeah,
several months. But the protection decreases over time. Well, it was like,
what else do I want to talk about?
It's right after Halloween. It's like 2 months.
No,
actually,
Texans, Houston, H-Town, the H.
Yeah. Now go beat Cleveland for me.
Yeah.
Go knock them out, Houston. Come on. I'm rooting for you. Heavy.
Houston seems like just CJ Stroud seems like a scary man to face in the playoffs.
He's a monster.
He is a monster. And I took the Colts just because I didn't like how many I didn't like how many people were all over the Texans, you know. That was my whole thing. That's the only reason why I really why I really went with them. But I don't know, man. It's just I'm excited for the playoffs. But at the same time, kind of like you said, dude, I think it's going to be a very chalk year.
Well, I'm ready because we're the number one. We're the favorite. I'm fine with the chalk year.
Yeah.
Hold up.
I will be ready.
Hey. Right. These are obviously fake, but you can add another one here. Let's go. I already got 2 fake ones.
Where the fuck did you buy those?
Some sports store. That was
some sports store. They just had fake Baltimore Ravens like Super Bowl rings.
Apparently, every team has them. It's on this little. It came in like this, so I assume they have one for every team. But,
I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, you just got yourself a Super Bowl ring.
exactly.
Oh man,
You realize
I'm
if we do win the Super Bowl, the Patriots will be the only team in the last 25 years with more Super Bowl wins than the Ravens.
That's so weird.
Other
That's-
than the Patriots, if we win a Super Bowl, we will have more Super Bowl wins in the last 25 years than any team.
That's
Because
really
we'll have
weird.
3.
Yeah,
Because the Giants have 2, the Steelers have 2, we have 2, and the Chiefs have 2.
and then the Patriots are the New
And
England.
the Patriots have 6.
Yeah, the Patriots are the Patriots.
Yeah.
They're so fucking good, dude. They used to be. Not anymore. They suck now. Hey, I'm happy for the Jets. I'm happy for the
Yeah,
Jets.
good for them.
Good for them. They deserve it, man. They
So
deserve
what
it.
are the Patriots going to do?
Come out with a statement saying we are parting ways with Bill Belichick.
Well, I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're either keeping him or trading him.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
gonna go. He would go. He's under contract.
Who would pick up Bill?
Hey, Mike Vrabel wants to go to Tennessee. I mean, he wants to go to New England.
So what? Just do a swap, basically,
Just swap and a couple extra from Tennessee because.
and then just have fucking what's it called? Just
Hey,
have
son, that'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
what you see. Derrick Henry's officially done in Tennessee too.
Yeah. Well, we knew that.
Yeah, I know we did know that. Where do you think he's gonna land?
Well, everyone thinks he's coming here. Everyone, the Derrick Henry, the Ravens rumors have been going forever.
Derrick Henry with the Ravens would be pretty cool.
I mean, honestly, ever since he beat us in the playoffs, people have been saying, imagine him with Lamar ever since he came here and beat us.
Yeah.
So as soon as he,
I could see this too. I could totally see
I
this.
could.
Just putting him.
I
in the
could.
front.
I think he wants to still coach.
Yeah.
But
when does he just hang it up?
When he breaks Shula's record.
Yeah, that's what will be like.
He tied a different record though yesterday with the most losses by a coach in NFL history. He's tied with Jeff Fisher and Dan Reeves for the most losses by a head coach in NFL history.
Yeah, I mean that's
yeah.
what happens when you coach for how many years at this point?
30.
Yeah, 30 years. That's wild.
Yeah.
30 years.
But yeah, I mean, Ravens fans really want him, and just look back at how on my takes whenever we bring in a running back that's not young. I have always had the same opinion. I had the same opinion with Dalvin Cook, Melvin Gordon, Le'Veon Bell, Kenyon Drake, Devontae Freeman. Who else am I missing? There's a million of them. Danny Woodhead, now that he's on that level.
Danny Woodhead. That's a name drop. That's a name drop, Joshua.
Yeah. Who else have we brought in over the years that were just like, it's the same thing. Now, that said, even though Derrick Henry had kind of a down year this year, he still was second in the NFL in rushing yards.
Yep, that's Derrick Henry.
Like, seriously.
That's Derrick Henry.
He had a down year. He wasn't really that great this year, but he had enough good games where he finished ahead of everyone except for Christian McCaffrey this season.
Yeah.
Now, first of all, that's with under 1,200 yards. The fact that Christian McCaffrey is the only running back with over 1,200 yards this season is crazy.
Yeah.
Tells you all you need to know about the position and how it's valued around the NFL. I mean, it's insane let's see. I'll tell you right now let's see how many players do you think ran for 1,000 yards this year? I would say under 10 would be my guess.
Under 10 that ran for 1,000 yards. Players that ran for 1,000 yards. Yeah, I'd say under 10.
Let's see.
It's becoming a passing league, man, and it has been.
Well, it's always been a passing league, but it's not that teams are running it less. In fact, I think teams are running it more than they have in previous years. It's that they're running it with multiple people.
Yeah.
That's the thing. The answer is 12, by the way. CMC, Derrick Henry, Kyron Williams, James Cook, DeAndre Swift, James Conner, Najee, Joe Mixon, David Montgomery, Raheem Mostert, Travis Etienne, Tony Pollard.
Wow. How many names was that?
12.
12. Oh, so around the 10 range. Pretty good.
Let's see. Last year, it was 16. The year before, oh, wow. In 2021, it was 7. 2020, 9. Okay, so actually a little more than previous years. That kind of gets rid of my point.
Yeah. Basically.
Never mind. Yeah, that kind of disregards my entire argument.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. I'm excited for the playoffs, and I still don't know because I usually also make a pick like before the playoffs start, like who I think is going to go to the Super Bowl. And right now, I don't really know. You know, right now I'm not sure, especially out of the NFC. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, the clear cut favorite right now is San Francisco,
Yeah.
but at the
It's
same
just
time,
whether or not, to me, it's simple. Both conferences. The top two, San Francisco and Baltimore, have to stay out of their own way. They have established themselves as the clear best in their conference.
yeah,
As long as they can stay out of their own way and stay healthy, I don't see anyone beating the Ravens. I don't see anyone beating the 49ers. Now, that's not to say that it won't happen, because both teams have had years like this in the past, and neither of them won a Super Bowl.
there's only one team that I think who could beat the 49ers, and I hate to say it because they got smoked by them earlier this year, and they always choke in the playoffs.
Dallas, same team that sent them home the last 2 years in a row. Same team at San Fran, the same team that has sent them home 2 years in a row, San Fran. But
Yeah.
I agree. I mean Detroit, but they're not consistent enough for me to pick that.
I think it's Stafford might beat him in Detroit this weekend.
Very well could. Very well could.
Well, good. That's
If
the
Philly
best
gets their
team.
shit together, but I wouldn't bet on that either.
No, Philly isn't going to have their shit together, dude. They might get bounced in the first round.
Yeah. And then in the AFC, and the same thing as Baltimore in the AFC, you also got to remember that San Fran has already destroyed the Eagles and the Cowboys.
Yeah.
In the AFC, yeah, all right, if Miami can figure it out, they could beat us. Yeah, but we already beat them 56-19. Like, we've already, like Houston, granted that was two different teams, but we already beat them in week 1. Cleveland, we split, but we have beat them.
Yeah.
So Buffalo, we haven't played. That's why, by the way, they're the team I'm most scared of, because we haven't played them yet. We haven't seen them.
Mm-hmm.
Even though Pittsburgh swept us, I am not afraid of them whatsoever.
Yeah, they're Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
They really are as Pittsburgh.
Their last playoff win was 2016. So
yeah.
Basically. It's been a minute.
I don't know. It's just it's going to be really weird, and it's going to be an odd playoff picture. And speaking of playoffs and speaking of championships, we have one on the other
side tonight, by the way.
We have one on the other side of the spectrum in the college football world, in the college football universe. Washington versus should be Alabama, but they just completely choked, versus Scumbag University.
The way I looked at it was, if Texas won, I would have picked Michigan. Washington winning, I'm picking Washington.
Both favorites just. No, Alabama was a dog. Never mind. Alabama was.
Bama was my pick. But
Alabama was going to win it all. That was my pick.
But once Michigan won, I said, if Texas wins, I'm picking Michigan. If Washington wins, I'm picking Washington.
Yeah.
And I'm picking Washington. That said, it's weird because I've never liked Michigan, but like, it's Jim Harbaugh. So like, I've always had a weird thing with him because like he's John's brother. But I've also always hated it whenever people are like, Jim's the better coach. I've always hated that.
Yeah.
So like, I always like, at times I loved him and at times I hated him. But like, I would be happy to see him get one.
I would. I wouldn't actually. No, fuck Michigan. I do think that Michigan's going to win this game tonight. And that's why I'm not betting on the national championship, because I do think that Michigan's going to win and they'll never see a fucking lick of my money. But I think that Washington
doesn't get the money.
Well, yeah, no, but I never put my own money on Michigan. I think that Washington is going to make it a fucking game. Michael Penis Jr. is going to be incredible. You like that one?
Yeah. By the way, right about now is when I start getting my draft stuff. I always start with quarterbacks, so Penix is the guy that I'm really interested in, because I mean, that Texas game, he was unbelievable.
Yeah. The biggest thing is, dude, is Michigan football is so boring. It's it's good football. Like they're a good team. They're in the fucking natty. But
It's what both the Ravens and Bears dominated off of for
I
years.
know. And when it's not your team, Josh, it's so
Oh, of
boring.
course.
It's so boring. And Michael Penix Jr. is the only reason why he's going to make this game fun.
Well, Adunze, too, is a
Adunze,
monster.
yes, Adunze and Penix are going to make this game fun. And that's what's going to make it like really watchable. Because for Michigan, it's just going to be.
Well, they got 3 great receivers, so that's the other thing.
Yeah, they do. But I don't know. Penix and Adunze and the fucking boys, they are what is going to make this game actually watchable and make it fun.
Yeah. Tune into that, though, on Twitch. We'll be live for that.
Yeah, and here's the thing. It starts at fucking 7:45. We probably won't be by halftime until 10 o'clock at night because fucking college football this year. I don't know if you've noticed this.
I have.
Oh, my God, Josh. They'll play 4 downs, and they'll go to commercial break for 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
In every game. Every single one.
It's ridiculous.
Not just bowl games, not just college football playoff, during the regular season. It's crazy. Like, dude, the Rose Bowl halftime was literally like 45, 50 minutes long.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are we doing? And I saw a take that I actually really appreciated. That they should make the championship at the Rose Bowl every single year. Make Pasadena the college football national championship. If there's one stadium,
I get it.
That is college football.
I get it.
It's the Rose Bowl.
It is.
Like you're telling me what felt more like the college football playoff? Alabama, Michigan at the Rose Bowl or Texas, Washington at the Sugar Bowl in the Saints Stadium?
Well, they didn't play the Rose Bowl in the Rose Bowl, didn't they?
What?
Wait, hold on. I don't even know what I just said.
That was Alabama, Michigan. They were
that was
yeah.
No, it was.
It's so different. It's just it feels different. The game feels more meaningful when it's at the Rose Bowl. It feels more meaningful. It does. Instead of playing.
Then what are you going to do with the Rose Bowl game?
That make it the national championship. Get rid of the Rose Bowl game and make it the national championship.
Okay.
Because you're telling me, like, here's the thing. Yeah, they have that whole fucking Rose Parade and everything. But you're telling me that the NCAA or the city of Pasadena wouldn't say yes in a heartbeat, saying, hey, we want to make this the national
no, the NCAA would say no.
I think the NCAA would say yes.
Why would they say yes to keeping it permanently anywhere?
What do you mean?
Do you realize how much money they make off of it?
Well, yeah, but having it at the Rose Bowl every year, it would be perfect.
Right, but it's the same reason why the Super Bowl is not in the same place every year.
Well, yeah, it's to spread around the country. More people can go. I understand that side of it. I just think that it makes sense. It makes so much sense. Like, just imagine,
and if you're going to put it,
you remember when we talked about the NFL building a mega stadium in like the middle of Wyoming,
yeah,
and making it like Super Bowl Village?
Yeah,
it would be cool.
It would be. Listen, if you're going to put it in any stadium permanently, Rose Bowl's the one.
Yeah,
I'm just not sure if you want to do that.
I don't know.
But yeah, if you're going to put it permanently in any stadium, that's the one to do it in.
Yeah, true. But also at the same time, like right when Chicago builds their new stadium, we're literally going to host like a Super Bowl national championship, fucking everything at the same time.
Indoors, yeah.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it will be. It's going to be retractable roof. There's no way they keep it outside.
Exactly right here.
Yeah, that is true. It's just, it feels so much more meaningful, man. Like after watching the Rose Bowl, watching the fucking Texas game. Oh, that's the big news of the night.
Am I the only person who just has no hope? Like EA does not deserve me to be excited for their game.
No,
when they show me that the game's actually going to be good, then I'll get excited for it. But it doesn't deserve hype if it's just Madden except the college football version.
Yeah.
If you are going to show me that this is a different game, like the way the NCAA used to be and when Madden was good, I'm all for it. It'd be great. Yeah. But until that happens, until I actually see that, then I'm not jumping on this.
I think that the thing is, the game has been in works for years now.
Yeah. So it better be good.
It better be good. But at the same time, I want to see, like, during halftime tonight saying we have a very special announcement, and then it's the fucking game trailer.
Well, that's what people think is going to happen.
Yeah. Which, I mean, if there's any time to do it, it's then. Like, they wouldn't. The
coaching staff and players in Tennessee have not been given an update about the status of Mike Vrabel. I was told they are all waiting to hear. That means it sounds like we're going to get something soon. Because we knew he was meeting with them today.
Yeah.
Sources tell me that there will be no trailer tonight.
Ooh.
And when I say sources, I mean Jack texting in the group chat.
Oh.
But
per reports, just a date announcement, dude. Well, we all know it's going to come out in like fucking August. We all know that's when it's going to come out. That's when it's going to come out every year after this. But look, this is what they have to bring back. You have to bring back Road to Glory, where you can go from high school to college football and then eventually go back. You have to bring that back and make it actually like a full story mode and everything. Make it an actual story. They have to bring back the mascot games. They have to. Being able to fucking have 11 Stanford trees on the field, fucking running around doing backflips and shit. That was the best game mode ever. Customizable jerseys and all that shit. That was fucking awesome. And what am I forgetting?
I don't know.
What other modes am I forgetting?
I never played it because I never had the Xbox.
You never played that game?
No, because I have the Wii.
Josh, it was
I've always wanted to play it.
It was the best football game ever.
It wasn't on Xbox One, so I never played it.
Look. It was Madden on absolute steroids.
I know. That's why I've always wanted to play it, but I never have.
It's just the play options. You can do almost anything on there.
I know. Because I've seen a million people on it do Road to Glory stuff. And it's very fun to watch.
Awesome. And if they bring it back and it's actually good, it's gonna be unbelievable. This is gonna be up there for one of the most like purchased games ever.
Yeah.
In the United States.
So if EA's gonna get all that money, the game better be good.
Yeah, it better be good. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna run the table with University of Illinois and we're gonna win an Natty. We're gonna win an Natty. Or Michigan State. I'm doing a Road to Glory with them. And we're winning the national championship. Huh?
Go Terps.
Oh yeah, I forgot that you're a Maryland fan. It just sucks that neither of our colleges will be on there. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, look at this. Damn, you got triple. Crazy. You got quadruple over there, dude. You got all of them.
I've always wanted to play it, man.
Muted.
You're muted.
I've got all of them. I got the PSP one too.
Yeah, I don't.
I loaded next to me right now.
What's that?
I got a PS2 sitting right next to me right now.
Dude, I've got everything. I've got a Super Nintendo. I got a Sega Genesis. I've got name a console and I got it.
Wow. That's crazy. Wow. That's actually pretty hype. That's pretty hype. I don't know.
PS4, PS5, all the Xboxes, PlayStation 1.
So, Jack, date announcement. When do you think it's going to be?
July. Because you have to think, they do Madden in August, to give a month of hype for that. College football starts in August. So they'll do it in July to drum up hype.
Yeah, probably like
June. Give them even more time for Madden.
I mean, that would be ideal, but it's just knowing how they're.
Oh my gosh, dude, having Road to Glory with the transfer portal now. Holy shit. That's going to be nuts.
Dude, the last time I played Road to Glory, I just had a quarterback Virginia Tech, 99 everything.
Yeah. Dude,
the best is when you'd be like a freshman and you had like that level, like legendary rarity, like plus 15 permanent boost to like every single stat.
Yeah, dude. We need it back. Plus, also, apparently, they've been sending people to games all season to pick up on each school's chants and like atmosphere.
Yeah, I know that.
They were licensing all the key music, I heard. So like Enter Sandman, all those ones. They were trying to get all licenses for that. Well, the thing they're saying is it's a completely different development team than Madden. And the big thing is, so do you know college football revamped is, Burns?
I think so.
I know what it is.
So it's these people that modded the NCAA football to be current rosters, current uniforms, everything. Like revamped all like the design and everything with the scoreboards and stuff. They hired the people who did that to work on this game.
That's
So
pretty
like they're going like, listen, I've been heavily critical on EA on everything, and I'll believe it when I see it. But this is a lot more. I have a lot more hope for this than I did any Madden game in the last 10, 12 years.
Madden, they don't give a shit about. These people will buy it every year. But this is a game.
No one else can make the game.
Yeah, nobody else can. It's a monopoly.
Best football game all time, right there. ESPN NFL 2K5.
Another game.
That's what I've heard. That's the
Dude,
best
it was the best. Every single. So you played a franchise mode. Even if you didn't play in the game, after every week they had a 10-minute Chris Berman recap, personalizing each one. They would show actual highlights from each game, including yours. And like you had like your own crib, you could hang up like framed jerseys of any player you wanted. They had first person mode. Most badass thing ever.
I don't understand how you have all those features in these games and you take them out.
Madden they're lazy. They're lazy. Yeah, 2K's fucking lazy now too, dude. Like fucking NBA.
I haven't played this year's 2K, but I love 2K23 because I don't play my player. I always played my league, my NBA, whatever it's called now.
Dude, my NBA eras is the best game mode ever made ever. I've bought every single 2K since like 2K13.
You're just like an insane gamer is what I'm hearing. Like
I don't play that much anymore. Yeah. I just get them. Like when I have my free time, I got nothing to do. Like I'll just play that. But like I haven't touched my career since like 2K20, 2K21.
I missed the days running park though. Running park was so fun. I loved my team. I loved my team on there.
I thought it was the only thing I'll ever play with like Ultimate Team and stuff, and it hasn't been that good anymore, is the draft champions.
Yes.
I don't know what they call it anymore. Because that would even the playing field. Like everybody had the same like that's what I liked with they had like their NHL mode. I don't know if they still do it. They would have like the EA SHL and you could have a team, but like you wouldn't spam to get overalls and stuff. They just had like 7 set classes that you could be. So you could be like an enforcer or whatever, and each one had pros and cons. So like nothing was OP. It was literally about playing the game and teamwork.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. I don't know. Another sports video game. My favorite 2 sports video games, like franchises right now, are probably NHL. NHL is actually really fucking fun, and then UFC. The UFC games are actually fun. It's just like a basic fighting game, but it's fun. You know,
I haven't played in a minute. I played whenever McGregor was on the cover. I did like a career mode, but I didn't like grappling or any of that stuff. I just played like a boxer.
No, what I would do on that McGregor mode is I made a guy. And if I didn't knock him out in the first round or he took me to the floor, I'd just restart the fight every single time. Because I wanted my record to be like 40-0, just all first round knockouts every single fight. Dude, I was a dog, man.
I just had a game mode that was pretty. Do you know what actually used to be tough? I've not touched this game in a decade. Do you have like WWE like 2012?
I have WWE. I actually do have one of
the old like WWE like universe where you would just like make title matches.
So
and stuff.
But it's so fun.
It made no sense because I'd be like 45 years in the future and still be like CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar for the title. But I just thought it was the coolest thing.
No, it is pretty cool.
I don't understand why all the great games were like the 2 or 3 years before I got into sports. It's so annoying.
Yeah.
Plus, beautiful thing is you can go back and play them. I mean, ESPN.
But I don't have the consoles to play them on.
Dude, get it. They're like $60, $50. Like they're not expensive.
Are they really? Where?
What, like an Xbox 360?
Are they that cheap?
360s, dude. You can
go to any yard sale near your house in the spring. Some soccer mom's gonna be selling their kids' old 360 for like.
You ever see? Could you picture Joshua Berman walking around at a garage sale?
Dude,
there aren't very many here.
I could never picture Josh Berman walking around at a garage.
I'm trying to think of how many I've even ever seen.
I love like antique malls. Like there's this place that I go to. It's like 3 hours from me. It's near my girlfriend's. It's just like 400 different antique mall vendors in like this one warehouse. Cause I just like finding for the weird sports shit. Like 90% of things I have behind me are just from random places that I've just picked up.
Yeah. I mean, everybody else has it. Everybody else that you can always go out and find something new. You always can. And it's just, I don't know. It's fucking, what was I going to say? It's weird, dude. Like that's what my grandpa does. Is he goes out and he goes to like those fucking antique. That's how he gets me a bunch of like the old retro Bears clothes that I have. It's
Yeah.
all from going to those. It's
Like I
weird.
don't really seek out yard sales because they're not fun anymore. Because you got all those like wannabe resellers that'll like buy something for $5, resell on eBay for like $6, and they'll like knock on the person's door like an hour beforehand. Like, you got any trading cards? You got Pokemon?
Right.
Yeah.
And it's not fun anymore.
Weird. I actually haven't seen a garage sale in a long time. Then again, it is fucking winter, so
Yeah,
maybe.
they're
Yeah,
like
no,
April
people
they'll start
are
popping up.
Get an Xbox 360.
I don't
Can
know if
this
they did
meeting
anymore.
with Titans ownership end already?
You're not going
Josh-
to get an answer today.
Josh doesn't care about what we're talking about, Jack.
No, I do. It's
Josh
just
could give a shit less about what we are saying right now.
ADHD.
Don't like my new Instagram post, guys, and follow my Instagram. Counted Out Burns 3. I just posted
There you go.
my end of Bears season post. So sad. Badass picture.
The Bears have the easiest decision to make of all time. Literally a layup opportunity. If they want to keep Fields, you see what I said? I tweeted this out too. Washington is a new franchise. They are going to want a can't miss quarterback, and they will push in the chips to get it because they have the assets. They will trade up with you for Caleb. You'll get all of the assets from that, and you'll be sitting at 2. Either take Marvin Harrison Jr. If you really want a quarterback, you take Drake May, or you double dip and you trade back down again. You get a whole second haul.
Could be.
It's
just
so
the ceiling of Caleb Williams. Is it too much to ignore?
Yeah, that's the thing.
I think the biggest thing, it's kind of stupid, is just the cap ramifications. You get a rookie quarterback who's, I mean, like if you say Fields and Williams are the same, do you value 5 years of that cost controlled? Or I saw something that's really interesting. Justin Fields in Atlanta with that offense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the talk of the town.
Great.
That is the talk of the town. And I can see
it has so much talent on it. I've been thinking about this. I think I've brought this up multiple times about like who the second best running back in the NFL is right now. Am I crazy to say that Bijan might be the answer?
I'm trying to go through the running backs in my head.
Unless if you still want to say it's Derrick Henry.
No, it's not Derrick Henry anymore.
Right.
Probably Bijan.
Or just Nick Chubb. But
I feel like Nick Chubb is, I mean, that's the whole
Nick
question
Chubb
mark.
Is the answer.
Yeah.
But if Chubb isn't healthy, I'm telling you, it be Bijan.
Breece Hall's up there.
Breece Hall is so good.
Breece Hall is a dog.
Jonathan Taylor really didn't inspire a whole lot of hope in the second half of the season.
He balled though on Saturday.
Yeah. He did ball. I don't know. Do we have anything else to dive deeper into?
I need to relax. I need to figure out what the hell is going on. This has been the last 2 or 3 hours. I don't know where this came from.
Take some Advil. And hey, to end off the show, we would like to say from all 3 of us, thank you all so much.
Yes.
For all of the support, the love, and the memes, and the love for Joshua Berman and myself and Jack on this show. Jack just sits in here and then he'll just randomly just click this button.
Instead of Santa Claus eating your milk and cookies this year, what if it was just Phantom popping up out of nowhere?
Every single time.
Every time.
It's always me.
We appreciate it, boys. Also at the same time, clean your balls. Manscaped, clean your balls.
Oh, there we go. It's here.
Yep, clean your balls. Yeah,
there we go.
That's all I got so far. But
we love you, boys. That was a hell of an ad right there.
We love you, boys. Josh, say something to people.
Yeah, man. It's been honestly, it's been a rough couple months, man. So it's been awesome to see that I got something here. It's awesome to see this growing, and I appreciate you guys, man. But we're ready. We'll keep going.
Keep going. Hey, thank you boys so much.
I'm ready for a Super Bowl. That's the other thing. I'm ready for that. I mean,
you might win it all.
The thing with 2019 was it was just so easy to hype that up. Where I remember everyone always asked me what the most heartbreaking loss was, and they always expect me to say the Titans game. That game wasn't heartbreaking; it was shocking because I didn't think there was any way anyone would beat us. This year, if we were to lose, it would be by far the most heartbreaking. Because 2019, I wasn't heartbroken; I was more shocked.
Mm-hmm.
It was because we were doing so well. It was dominance. This year, if we lose, man, it's gonna sting.
Yeah.
Especially if it is a division rival.
Hopefully not. Hopefully you go, Joshua.
Ooh.
Yeah. Hey, thank you guys so much. We appreciate you all. We love you all so much. And we will see you boys on Wednesday.
Yeah.
We're back. See you guys.